The visual culture of entertainment is a non-stop evolving road. Our generation's preference of entertainment is heavily influenced by how we perceive pop culture and the joys of digital media. So when Kumail Nanjiani said that the future of film would be so much different for those who didn't grow up watching classic films or video games, it makes us wonder what it would be like if we had grown up watching YouTube for the most of our lives. We are now seeing a trend of bloggers and kids channels who rely on personality and flair to accumulate views from a young generation. So it wouldn't be surprising if children who grew up watching Logan Paul or any other millennial celebrity their entire life feel unsatisfied whenever they watch a movie that doesn't fit their quota. This video is going to be taking a dive into how remediation has shaped Hollywood and digital media front to back, as well as honoring the visual culture that we used to know and love. When we think about the future of film, we often look back at the digital media that has shaped how we perceive media. Times are changing, and so is the digital media industry. Video games have been remediating for film for the past few years. This is what Hollywood calls repurposing. Jay Bolter has described this method as transferring characters and the story from a movie to a video game such as the James Bond franchise and Harry Potter. In response to the trend, Hollywood has since been repurposing digital media and developing movies and TV shows based and inspired by video games and animation. A common characteristic of remediation is its attempts to recreate the structure it is based on and pay homage to respective fans using updated visuals. Films such as Mortal Kombat and the Resident Evil franchise, both based on video games, follow these methods to connect and resonate with viewers who grew up with these games. It's also important to note that both media, film, and digital remediate and repurpose from each other and follow each other's structure. Video games are now turning towards more sophisticated methods to capture an experience, much like how a movie does, with graphics and AI taking an advance in shaping the narrative and creating a sense of movie-like realism. In summary, while video games are taking influence in their creative decisions for movies, cinema is taking inspiration from older video games to break out a sense of nostalgia and fun through digital composition to imitate and honor the games fans grew to love. To add further into the study, movies are being influenced by digital media, especially animation. Combining both movie and digital media material together, it is known as digital cinema. Lev Manovich describes it as manipulating live-action footage and hand-painting frames with innovative VFX and CGI to construct an illusion that mirrors reality and delivers a whole new concept of storytelling in cinema while also sacrificing user interactivity that digital media have been used to. Terminator 2 and Jurassic Park have appropriated computer graphics in live action and was celebrated at its time due to its ability to enhance the film with its photorealistic VFX and invoke appreciation of its remarkable graphics in live action, which people normally found in video games thanks to the emergence of technology. And because this method is also influenced by digital media, it has been used in a vast number of genres like action movies, sci-fi flicks, and even period dramas. With that said, digital cinema deals a hand in how digital media influences film and impacts the overall tone and action. One of the most popular go-tos for remediation to the big screen has been the Japanese phenomenon, anime. If you are a long-time anime fan from the 90s and watch Netflix's Stranger Things or Rian Johnson's Looper, you'll notice that Akira has been one of the inspirations for many of the Western movies and TV we now know of. Anime's influence has also become so impactful that Hollywood has made many attempts to adapt anime to the big screen, so it's clear how much of an impact anime has to be able to motivate Hollywood into creating and remediating the works. Looking back at how we used to perceive digital media, it's safe to say that film is shaping thanks to remediation. So those that worry about the future of film can sit back and relax. Hollywood is still here to keep the legacy of cinema alive.